No, yeah, no.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Molly, but my friends call me Mole, and I run a small sewing business from home called Frog and Mole. Okay, so this is part 2 of #Alternative. So for those of you who haven't heard of #Alternative, it is a challenge that was set up by the Fashion Revolution. Now this is part 2 like I mentioned, so if you want to check out part 1, I'm going to link it up here, which kind of shows you my inspiration and the thought process behind my finished garment, which I absolutely love. It is so cool. Okay, so for those of you who haven't heard of Fashion Revolution, they are a charity that was set up in the wake of the Rana Plaza disaster, which saw lots of garment workers lose their lives. So really what they've set about doing is getting us to ask, who made my clothes? And the idea behind that is to get us thinking about where they came from, were they fairly made, what's their impact to the environment, how are the fabrics made, and I would encourage you guys to go and check them out, so I will link them down below in my description. So I'm going to hit you with 2 more very interesting facts. So the first fact is, did you know it takes 200 gallons of water to make 1 pair of jeans, which is the equivalent of 285 showers, which is insane. 285 showers for 1 pair of jeans. That's like, yeah, almost a year worth of showers to make 1 pair of jeans, which I didn't know that. That's just crazy. And the second fact I'm going to hit you with is, did you know 95% of unused clothing could actually be recycled or reused? I didn't know that either. So I will link a few more facts down below for you guys to go and check out if you are interested. Okay, so like I mentioned, I have gone for DIY/secondhand. So what I've done is I've taken 2 pairs of jeans from a charity shop and I have upcycled them into a skirt, which is the first time I've ever done it, and I love it so much. It's so cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the creative process now, and then I'm going to come back and show you the final garment, which I'm so happy about. Hey guys, so I have unpicked my jeans. So I use these razors here, so if anyone's interested, these are a double-edged razor. I think I got these from Wilkinson, but they weren't that expensive. So I've unpicked everything. So that's the trouser front of the darker denim, and then over here are the 4 backs of denim. So I've got the 2 lighter and then the 2 darker that I've unpicked, and I've taken the pockets off. It's so satisfying unpicking them. It takes a while, but oh yeah, super satisfying. And then that's a darker front, and then I've got the 2 waistbands. So I think I will go for the darker because obviously these are way too small. So I don't even think that's going to fit when they sit slightly higher in my waist. And then I've got the 2 back pockets, which like I said, I think I'm going to embroider in one of the corners or reverse plique in one of the corners. And then the front of the trouser in the paler, which will be the skirt, is these. So I kind of played around and just did a little bit of embroidery here in a red thread. So I used a tin that I have here, you can see. I think they're called, are they embroidery skeins or skins? Anyway, that is so old, that tin. I rarely use them, so it's kind of good to use up some of those. And so in the front, what I'm imagining is, if I move that one back, so I'm gonna, so the crotch is gonna sit on top like this, which you may have seen in lots of skirts, and then that just means that you are left with this V open here. So I'm hoping to use the length of the trouser to pop a patch in here. Yeah, that's kind of my plan. So that's as far as I have got up to today. So I will kind of check in with you, I think, once I know where everything's gonna, or how everything's gonna sit and be patched. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my waist measurement and my hip measurement, and then sort of, I don't know whether to do a paper patch or not, but basically kind of have a play around, see how much flare I want in the skirt, and then I will check in with you guys later. Okay guys, I'm just coming right back at you. So I have kind of pieced the fronts together. So what I've gone for is, that is just one trouser leg. I didn't really want a seam that went down the middle, so I've just gone for like a thigh split, which actually I think looks quite nice. And then you've got the nice detail of the hem. So I think the thing that I love most about upcycling, the beauty of it really, is all of these really nice effects that you find when you unpick the jeans. So I just really love these sort of areas. And so in the back here, hopefully it'll work, you've got the previous colour before they were stone washed, and then I'm gonna have a raw finish anyway. So I'm just using the hem, which in itself is very beautiful too. And then so I've got a split that's going to go at the back here, and then you've got these details. I guess, do they bleach these to get the, I'm not really sure, but you've got the two details on the back here. So I'm kind of, yeah, so at the moment it's kind of cut to a midi length, but I don't know how it's gonna, yeah, I might fray it up slightly more. So I've just slightly offset the pockets so that you can see the indigo underneath, the darker colour. And yes, that's it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sew the front and back pieces together, work out how much I need to add into a side panel. I think it might not actually be as much as I think. And yeah, that's kind of it. So I will check in with you guys once I have sewn everything up. Okay guys, so this is where I've got up to now. I think I'm ready to sew it and finish it really. So I've put the applique on the pockets. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put it on the front or not, but I'm going to wait until the end because that can be added then. This is kind of what I've done with the back here. So I've put a split in the back and used the frayed hem. And then same in the front, so there's a split in the front and then that's the cuff of the jean. And I've just popped a 3 centimetre panel in the side seam. So that's just tacked in, so it all needs to be sewn in properly. And what I have realised is, so I found a spare waistband from an old project, or a past project. What I've realised is that the Levi waistband, the pocket's on this, the buttonhole is on this side, and then with the dark indigo jeans, it's the opposite way. So I can either turn this around and take all the loops off, or I can use this one here, which is a spare, but then I won't get the contrast, or I can do a new buttonhole. So yeah, I've just got to kind of decide which would be best. But yeah, so I'm going to sew them all up and then that will be it. Yay! Okay guys, so this is my finished skirt. Oh, I'm so excited. So like I said, made from 2 pairs of jeans. So if anyone out there wants to know how to upcycle a pair of jeans into a skirt, let me know in the comments below and I'll pop a video out for you guys. So like I said, these were made with a pair of Levi's, which I had no hope in hell of getting my arse into because they were so small, it was unreal. So if you have anything in your wardrobe that doesn't fit you anymore, I encourage you guys to alter it. It's so fun. You can totally reuse all those things you don't use anymore. I have top stitched this skirt in a red thread. I've put some hand embroidery along here in some red embroidery thread that I had left over that I've had for absolute ages. On the back here is a leather patch. So this leather is sourced from my local scrap store and I've had it for donkeys, for so long. So it's about time that I start using it up. But if you guys have a scrap store near you, I would really encourage you to go and check it out because it is a real treasure trove of interesting things that you would think, I don't even know where they get half of the stuff from. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the inside of the skirt in slightly more detail. So you probably won't be shocked because I'm a lazy botch, but I basically didn't overlook anything on the inside. So the idea with this project really was just to use what I already had. And so I didn't want to overlock any of the edges. So what I've done is I have used a pinking shear just to finish the edges here. And oh my God, it's so much quicker. I've never done it before. So if anyone out there is perhaps new to sewing or doesn't have an overlocker, use some pinking shears. Oh, it's so much easier, what a joy. And so what I have is I went for a split in the front and a split in the back here, and what I wanted to do really was use the original frayed hem, so I've used that on the front and back, and then I've frayed the rest of the skirt just to make it a bit cohesive. But if anyone wants any tutorials about fraying anything, let me know down below. So I'm going to pop the skirt on for you guys to see in slightly better detail. Okay guys, so this is my finished skirt and oh my God, I love it so much. It just blows my mind really that you can take 2 things that are unloved and make something that is really wearable. So I don't know if you ever make anything that you just absolutely love, but I'm so pleased with this skirt. It's so simple and literally the only extra thing that I've added is the button, and then everything else I already had. So it's just like, oh, so fun. Anyway, so like I said, I've got a split in the front here and a split in the front and the back as well, and that's just so it's easier for me to sort of work in and bend over and, you know, for practicality reasons. And so like I said, I've used the red top stitching and I have hand embroidered the pockets just to give slightly more detail there. And what I would recommend you guys doing is when you are looking at sourcing perhaps a pair of jeans from a charity shop, or if you've already got them, pick a pair that have got really interesting details that you don't need to add. So these jeans already had frayed areas here, and the pockets are already slightly frayed, and in the back as well, and I just love that detail, so you kind of don't even have to put any extra effort in. So what I also really like is when you unpick anything, you'll notice that the technique that they've used to lighten the jeans hasn't taken to the areas that have already got, that are already stitched basically. So I really like the darker detail along the split here. That is just the side seam that wasn't affected. And then the denim pockets have stopped the process applying here. So you've got these nice dark indigo pockets, which I really like that effect. And what I've done as well is I've used the original hem of the jeans just to make, I just really like the details. Honestly, it's, oh, love it. So that's a frayed edge here, and then the cuff in the back here, that's a frayed hem of the jeans in the back. So I've just used that, and then I've just frayed them all the way around just to make everything cohesive. But I think I'm kind of tempted to fray them a bit more. So the skirt is wonky on one side, so I don't know whether to hem it or just leave it as is. And I've added the darker indigo as a side panel here, and it's kind of echoed in the reverse applique in the pockets, which are slightly frayed as well. So I've used an existing waistband that I already had, and it's just the button that is new. And that's it really, I just absolutely love them. So if you've got anything in your wardrobe, go and upcycle it. It is so fun. I mean, you don't even have to limit it to clothing. You could make bags, and you can make all sorts of things with upcycled denim. So I would encourage you guys to go and do it. If you have upcycled anything, leave it in the comments below for all of us to check out, just for a bit of inspiration. And yeah, that's kind of, yeah, love them. So that was my hashtag alternative challenge. I hope you love the skirt as much as I do. Oh, it really excites me looking at things and thinking how you can sort of change them into something you love. So do check out all the other alternative videos, which should be floating around YouTube somewhere. Like I said, there are lots of categories, so vintage, swapped, upcycled, DIY'd, secondhand, love story. There are loads of other hashtag alternatives on YouTube, so please go out and check them out. Tell your friends about Fashion Revolution and Fashion Revolution Week. Like I said, everything is linked down below for you to check out if you've not heard of it, or if you are curious, I encourage you to go and have a look. Okay, so that's it for this week's video. If you found any value in this video or you enjoyed it, do consider subscribing down below here, and I will see you all next week. Bye!